Heather is my name. I'm an office worker who is 24 years old. I've been seeing Tim for 3 months, and I'm currently waiting for our date. To be honest, I've never dated a man before. Farmland extends as far as the eye can see in the rural area where I was raised. I used to think that there might be more raccoons than people there because there are so few people. I was astounded by the sheer volume of people and buildings in the metropolis when I first moved there. I grew up in a somewhat rigid environment, or rather, I was compelled to prioritize my education because of my dad's stance. However, I had a major argument with my dad around 6 months ago. I argued that since I'm an adult, I ought to have the freedom to choose. He refused to back down, telling me to go if I didn't listen. I had gained my independence and stormed out. Tim and I met at a mixer that I went to with a friend. Heather, how long have you been waiting? Nope, I arrived just now. Tim is considerate and attentive. He consistently makes time for our weekly dates in spite of his hectic schedule. Will you take a moment to turn around? Out of his pocket, Tim casually took a necklace and put it on me. I'm not sure if you'll like it, but it's really lovely. I'm grateful. You're welcome. Tim gave me a necklace, which made me very happy. I appreciated him thinking of me even on ordinary days when we said our goodbyes. I was never permitted to wear a necklace by my parents. They didn't even give me gifts for my birthday. But it's probably from a dollar store, a coworker of mine remarked as I joyfully appreciated the necklace he had given me. The next day, I was surprised to hear from a junior coworker that I don't know what kind of guy he is, but he must think you're easy to please. If I were you, Heather, I would be furious. For example, don't try to get away with something from the dollar store. I was surprised. Even though I didn't realize it was from the dollar shop, I was still pleased with the purchase because the thought was what mattered. She shrugged and said, "Well, if you're cool with it, then it's fine. Let's split up." Tim abruptly left me on a phone conversation. It has been a long time since we spoke. He used to be very kind, but I began to notice something was wrong with him. We used to talk on the phone practically every day and go on dates on the weekends until about 2 weeks ago. After that, the number of calls and dates decreased, and he stopped responding to my messages. I tried to contact him several times in the last few days, but I couldn't figure out why. Tim seemed frigid, almost a different person, when he eventually responded. A split? Why? Did I offend you in any way? Tim: No, not really. Then why? I wanted to know the reason, but all Tim did was let out a big sigh. Oh, such a hassle, huh? What I'm saying is, let's break up. All of a sudden? Why? I was flustered. My voice choked with tears, but it seemed like Tim didn't like that. Poor people always cry easily, don't they? The phone call with him abruptly ended, and despite my numerous attempts to reach him, he never answered. Being dumped without understanding the reason, I was really down and couldn't eat for a while. Heather, try to cheer up. You haven't eaten anything, right? You're losing weight. My junior was worried about me and took good care of me, but I was still sad. Fast forward 3 years. One day off, I was with my junior enjoying burgers at the park when a couple walked by. We're going on a night cruise for dinner. Oh, this is the popular premium one. Awesome. I can't wait. I recognized the voice, and when I looked up, there I saw Tim wearing a glossy suit and a flashy woman wearing a short jacket, a mini skirt, and high heels. I was surprised by the unexpected reunion, but Tim not only didn't notice me, he snorted dismissively at me and my junior. Ew, that's lame. Fast food at the park totally screams poverty. Ha ha, if you say something like that, she might cry. We have to watch over her with warm eyes, as this is probably her best. The woman who appeared to be Tim's girlfriend not only did not reprimand him, but also joined in laughing at us. Tim, whoa, you have other rights 3 years later? The chance encounter was as bad as the day we broke up. Haha, I'm shocked. I knew you were poor, but you're still scraping the bottom. You're really lame. Breaking up was the right call. Tim, who was momentarily startled, looked at me, my junior, and the burgers we were eating and sneered. Wait, Tim, You used to date something like this? I can't believe it, were you blind? The woman entwined her arm with Tim's and waved her hand with their flashy nail art, as if to fan herself. I thought she was the modest type when we first met at a party. She seemed like a food connoisseur, which made me think she might be rich, but she was happy with the dollar store necklace. What a poor girl. It was such a turn-off, and now she's eating a burger at a park. Totally bottom class. Tim kept sneering and saying horrible things. His attitude and impression had greatly changed from when we were dating, and I was a bit confused. In place of me, my junior raised her voice. Hey, how could you be so rude? Apologize right now. You're annoying. Birds of a feather walk together. People like you always have a big mouth. I totally get it. They bark back right away, but in the end, they're just like a barking dog with no bite, right? They continued to look down on us and laugh with a superior attitude. Hey, enough is enough, Heather. Let's just ignore them. But Heather, my junior, seems still upset. I saw people around us whispering and looking bothered, so I calmed my junior down. Ha ha ha, there, you can't even argue back. You're really hopeless. Well, enjoy being poor. Yeah, it doesn't seem like you'll ever be able to pull up brand name clothes like us. What the heck? While I was calming down the fiery subordinate, the two of them left briskly. Heather, aren't you upset losing that fake brand couple? Could it be you still have feelings for him? To my still furious junior, I shook my head, implying it's not what she thought. Want to go on a dinner cruise? The junior was caught off guard for a moment. Are their clothes really knockoffs? Upon confirming my nod, I explained my plan to her. Let's give them the show. A few hours later, dressed up, my junior and I headed for the dinner cruise. There was a long line for the popular dinner cruise where people could enjoy city lights from a luxury liner and fancy dinner. Noticing the couple we saw in the daytime in that line, my junior and I walked past them. Heather, Tim, he waved his hand in dismissal as he noticed us. What's up, broken lonely woman? You miss me so much you followed me here, even changing your clothes. No can do, honestly, I can't deal with someone like you. Next to him, Tim's girlfriend was also laughing. You regretted that much? Too bad you can't get a ticket now. Even I had a hard time getting this. She waved the tickets and grinned. Too bad for you. My junior, in a cheerful mood next to me, pulled out the tickets from her purse. Those are just regular tickets, right? You struggled to get those. Heather can easily get express tickets, even on the same day. What? And not just express, but the most expensive private room premium tickets. Those are not less than several $1,000s, right? Seeing their shocked faces, my junior grinned. Well, good luck with the line. Leading my grinning junior, I bypassed the long line and headed towards the express gate. Why? What the heck, Tim? What's her deal? She isn't just a lowly woman, right? Their voices reached us from afar. Serve them right, isn't that right, Heather? My junior seemed happy that our revenge went well. Half an hour later, as the departure time approached, Tim and his girlfriend approached us on the exclusive terrace where we were enjoying our welcome drinks. Shouldn't this area be off limits with your tickets? Shut up and explain. Tim approached aggressively. My junior frowned. She whispered to me that she was going to call someone and quickly turned around. Unperturbed, Tim continued to pressure me. Why does a lowlife like you have express tickets? And you even made a fool out of us in public. Thanks to you, we were left behind while we were in line. We've been embarrassed and can't keep quiet anymore. That's right, you must have gone into debt or something to force your way through. Now get laughed at by the express passengers. Apologize now for a poor person overstretching. As the couple kept making a fuss, the other passengers on the terrace started to gather around. Then Tim, who was staring at my chest, let out a creepy chuckle. Even if you somehow managed to get the ticket, this is not acceptable, Heather. As I tilted my head, Tim put his hands in his pockets, puffed his chest out, and looked confident. Well, even if you change your clothes, I bet it's just some cheap junk. Did you dump all your money into the ticket? strutting around with a necklace from the dollar store, and you think you're some big shot gonna live off of just water in the park? Smile, huh? Haha, no, that's funny, a dollar store. I stared at him intently as I repeated his words. Are you really into these kids' toys? But come on, it's pathetic for an adult to be wearing dollar store stuff. Tim pointed to my necklace and laughed loudly for everyone to hear. As the murmurs among the passengers grew louder, Tim's girlfriend also raised her voice. Timmy, you're lucky you dumped this poor woman. Now you're in love with me. Both of them laughed, calling me a poor woman again. I didn't think you were this kind of person when we were dating. I regret being so blind. As I retorted, Tim laughed as if it was the funniest thing he'd heard. That's rich coming from you. She's a real lady compared to you. I'm embarrassed that I even dated someone like you. Give me back the time I wasted on you, you poor thing. Tim's voice echoed throughout the patio. As the crowd around us backed away, we heard some people hurrying toward us. Security, over here. Catch those two. A junior colleague led the security officers, who swiftly surrounded him and his girlfriend. What? What the hell, man? Get out of our way. You're ruining everything. Although they protested loudly, their tickets didn't allow them access to this area in the first place. Moreover, their rowdiness had attracted a crowd, and security managed to hold them. We're customers. You can't just grab us like this. You should be grabbing that woman. She's the one who doesn't belong here. She's poor. But the security officers maintained a stern look, glaring at the rowdy pair. Despite this, Tim did not stop hurling insults at me. Enough already. My junior colleague raised her voice. I don't know what your misunderstanding is, but Heather isn't poor. Huh? Are you just bluffing? Hilarious. That's right, you liar. It's not a lie. There are people here who know her, said my colleague. A few hands rose among the passengers. Raise your hands, those who can confirm that Heather is the future president and that this cruise is managed by a subsidiary of the large company run by her father. Hands were raised. Huh. Tim and his girlfriend finally stopped their resistance and let out dumbfounded voices. Their mouths were wide open. Future president? Unable to grasp the situation, Tim looked back and forth between me and the other passengers. Oh, what does that mean? You said you were just a regular employee at the time. I was. I opened my mouth slowly. I was fed up with all the business studies forced on me, so I quarreled with my father and left home. I chose to work at a company unrelated to my father because I wanted to be away from him. But then, 2 years ago, my father fell ill and I returned home. When I was down, being dumped by Tim, I accepted my father's apology, who had softened due to his illness, and returned to the path of management. It can't be. In a state of shock, Tim was further devastated by my junior associate. Tim, your outfit tonight. Talked about him was all my doing. You wanted it to look low-key expensive, so it may look plain, but you needed hundreds of Benjamins. What? Oh, and the necklace is separate. Do you think it was a dollar store toy? What a pity, Heather. How much was that? About $100,000, I guess. What? No way. Chuckles leaked out from the onlookers as Tim and his girlfriend seemed like they had their souls sucked out. I apologize, everyone. My father is always under your care. Today, he invited everyone as a thank you for your hard work. I didn't mean to intrude. Yes, the reason I was able to get tickets was that today was just that day. The people present were the employees and their families. Tim, realizing my toy-like necklace was actually an ultra-luxury item worth over $100,000, was wide-eyed.
Tudo julgado por uma comissão formada.
Finally grasped the situation. Oh, from Heather, he had lost all his momentum from before under the cold gazes from the surroundings, realizing now it was too late. I was actually happy with a dollar store necklace. I've never been to a dollar store because I've always been studying, and I'm not interested in closer accessories. My junior associate gave a wry smile beside me. Right, Tim? You're not into that sort of thing, but don't worry. I'm here for that. I'm quite the sharp-eyed selector, Plus, your sense in the food market is top-notch. The burger you had for lunch will be all over the country in a month. Don't underestimate fast food, okay? Tim slumped with his shoulders down, his confidence turning to ashes along with his silent girlfriend. Security, please escort them out. The junior associate urged their departure with a teasing wave. Wait, Heather. I'm so sorry. I was wrong. I'll apologize for everything. I'll break up with her. So what? Flip-flopping now? Who do you think got you on this cruise in the first place? Shut up, you flashy woman. You don't see your gaudy brown clothes at all. What? What did you say? If you're not cool at all even in your shiny clothes, apologize to the clothes. Say sorry for not being suitable for brand items. In the end, as security was about to escort the two arguing among themselves, I smiled and said, You two seem to think each other's clothes are brand name, but those aren't knockoffs, are they? Huh. The two looked at each other, startled. You can fool each other, but you know you're wearing fake brands, right? But I'm thinking, if you can fool each other, doesn't that mean neither of you have an eye for quality? Well, I can't really talk since I can't tell the difference with dollar store items. The passengers, noticing my sarcasm, giggled again. There are a few. Don't mess with me. Shaking off the security, they both hurled insults at each other. Well, they won't be able to sit at their dinner table anymore. They probably overreached with their tickets, the junior associate shrugged. The dinner course was so good I wanted to show off. I wish they could have at least eaten it. You're so serious about it. It's funny, the junior associate laughed out loud. But all the same, well, it makes sense for you. Should I really have let you buy such an expensive outfit for me? Absolutely. Between us, the CEO is about to change soon. My dad is fine now, but he's saying he can't handle the load anymore because of his age. This outfit and necklace you chose, I plan on using them for the inauguration ceremony. Will you attend in that outfit as well? Well, if that's the case, I'm thrilled. I'll follow your lead from now on. Let's stay friends even when we're old as grandmas, okay? Okay, yeah. With such conversations, we enjoyed a dinner cruise. A few hours later, as we disembarked from the ship, Tim was waiting for us. Hey, Heather, let's give it another shot. You and me, I promise I'll turn over a new leaf because I don't think I'll ever meet someone as pure-hearted as you who can be moved by something from a dollar store. Tim's belly grumbled loudly as he begged pitifully. It seems they had been isolated in an empty room during the cruise, as their ruckus was disturbing the other guests. You didn't eat dinner, did you? Nah, skipping a meal is no big deal. More importantly, I beg you, Heather. In response to Tim pleading, I took something out of my bag. Here, if you'd like, you can have this. Oh, thanks, Heather. Wait, what's this? A wristwatch from a dollar store. What, Heather? Are you trying to get back at me? Don't call me Heather. I don't want to see you at all from now on. If this was worth $100,000, you'd be happy, wouldn't you? But if it's a dollar store item, you don't want it. In the end, all you see is money. What? Wait a minute. Excuse me, security. Tim was restrained by the security guards once again and dragged away. Later, I heard that Tim had caused another opera arguing with his girlfriend and ended up getting reported. Apparently, he's often seen at the park bloating his stomach with water. I'm sure he's broken up with his girlfriend. On the other hand, I, who successfully became CEO and am now working hard every day with a reliable junior at my side, am proud. The newly launched burger chain is also doing better than expected, and there's even talk of opening more new stores. I haven't found a new love interest yet, but I hope to meet a good person next time.